I got 7 minutes to tell you something that happened the day before yesterday. To get out on time. July the 3rd. I was over here studying in the center, over here, shopping center, right out from here. I sat there to my heart ache. And the Lord had gave me a vision. Now I'm going to tell the vision. I don't know that I can interpret it. But I'm going to tell the vision for my first time. I fell into a trance. And when I did, there was somebody with me. I didn't see the person. It was just a voice. And I looked, and as I looked this way, he said, the bride will come in view for preview. And I looked coming to me, and I seen the most prettiest bunch of clean dressed women I ever seen in my life. But each one of them looked like was dressed different. They all had long hair, and they were longer sleeves and skirts and so forth. Young women. They looked kind of, I'd say about maybe 20. Now I have the Bible open here before me. I can only say what I've seen. If you say, what are you looking at? I'm looking at a clock. What are you looking for? I'm looking for people. Looking at people. What are you looking at? I'm looking at the Bible. That's why I'm telling the truth. That's what I see. Now I can only say what I see. I don't know all about it. I just have to tell you. But when this bride, she was looking right at the one was talking to me, and I standing together. Her eyes, she was the cleanest, sweetest looking people I ever seen in my life. It looked like it could have been a dozen or more. Just, I don't know how many was abreast, but they just a group of them. And she passed by sweetly with her air and her eyes up watching as she passed by. Oh, she was beautiful. I looked at her as she passed by. He said, now we shall review. Said, that's the bride. Now we will review the churches. And they come. I noticed Sam coming up. And when they come up, each one looked like got worse. I never seen such a filthy bunch in my life. And when he said next, I heard a noise. And it said next that here comes the American group. Now, I am an American. But this made me sick. I am not eloquent enough to, in a mixed audience, to say what was taking place. And you'll have to read between the lines. But when the women were coming, the leader of them was a witch. She had a great long nose and a great big mouth. And all of them was dressed with some kind of lower clothes down here. But the top just had a strap, just a little, about a half-inch strap that moved up and went around them like this. And each woman had something on her order. Many of you years ago used to remember when we used to cut that paper, newspaper, and make an old fly bush. How many remembers it? Well, I think they use it in carnivals, hanging down like that fringe paper, lace paper. They had something holding below them like this, holding below them. All this part was exposed. Then each one had hair cut up real short and frizzy looking things all over it like that. Real short cut hair and full of makeup. Absolutely nothing but looked like street prostitutes. And they were walking with this paper and the vulgarity. Now the paper was what was holding in front of them. But when they passed the review stand in the back of them, and to see the way they were going on, in their foremost and their back part, and how they were acting, I said, is that the church? And there she went. And they were singing this here twisting roll songs, what you call it, going down, singing and going behind. I said, is that the church? And I was standing there, and in my heart I was crying. And this witch, to my notion, it's nothing else in the world, but she's that World Council of Churches leading them right straight down the road where she was going. They went off to the left and disappeared in chaos. Still beating this music and making real funny sounds and shaking their bodies one side and then the other side, and like that, carrying like that, walking. And I just started to bow my head, and he said, "Wait, the bride must come again." And I looked, and here they come again. And they passed by sweet-looking little ladies that's all looking right at me as they passed by. And I noticed each one was dressed different. And one in the back had kind of long hair hanging down and had it rolled around like this. It might have been German or something like that. And I watched them. And then as they started leaving, 2 or 3 of them in the back car get out of step. And I was going to holler at them. And they was trying to get back and step again. And I see them, just the vision just fade out and change front. Now, here is the interpretation now. Did you notice the bride come in view twice? The first seed, the second seed. Both of them exactly the same one. And the reason they were dressed in different parts, she'll come from all nations. It'll make up the bride. Each one had long hair, no makeup, and real pretty girls. And they were watching me. That represented the bride coming out of all nations. See, each one represented a nation. As they marched perfectly in line with the Word. And then I have to watch her. She'll get out of step with that Word if I don't watch. When she's passing by, if she gets by, maybe it'll be my time when I'm over. See, when I'm finished, or whatever it is. They was getting back, trying their best, but getting back this, getting in line, because it was looking out somewhere else. Watching about that church and just went out into chaos. But the front ones never. The back ones, just 2 or 3 of them, was kind of stepped out a little bit to the right-hand side and looked like it was trying to get back in line as he went by. As this passed me, old Forrest here at the wall passed me. I was standing there, and then I just seen it all move out. But you notice, the church only came into view once, each nation, the church, but the bride come in twice. The seed fell in the ground at Nicaea. That was the original seed. And she's come through the process of these denominations, which only comes in existence once. But the bride returns back again in the last days. I will restore. See? The masterpiece is brought up. That's the reason she was reviewed the second time. She was reviewed the first time, and she was reviewed the second time, and she's perfectly the second time like she was the first time. Oh God, have mercy. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Life, get in the green right quick. All others never appeared no more. They went out, never to come back again. But the bride came back. Because she is Alpha and Omega. God, the great sculptor, has made him a masterpiece. For it is a piece of his first masterpiece. Like he made in the Garden of Eden and took a piece from and made another piece, and that was marred and fell. Now he spent all this time building it up again. And he brought forth this masterpiece and was smitten and ordered. That part that was smitten was an order to bring back again that masterpiece again. So the masterpiece in the Son of God, the masterpiece in the bride, and it's a piece of Him which must be the fulfilling of the Word. The Word has been fulfilled, and we're ready for the coming of the Lord. Oh, Church of the living God, bow your hearts and yourselves before God. These things are true. I know that it sounds like it's such a great a thing as that would be so spread out over the nations. It never was. He doesn't change His way. Just be thankful, church. Be thankful that you are where you are today. If you're in Christ, remember, all that life will be gathered right into the grain. for the resurrection, but the stalk must be burned. The rest of it, the husk and all, must be destroyed. And it will be. Don't trust in your them denominations. You stay in the Word, the life. God and His masterpiece. And what is in the millennium? Christ and His bride. Back in the garden of the millennium,